Welcome to The Fire, where we illuminate the future of technology. I am Dapo Aruwajoye. This is TechnyFire. The year 2026 is set to be an exciting and transformative time for Nigerians. Why Nigeria? Because the new year brings a significant development that will impact every citizen and business. The new Nigeria tax law takes effect from January 1, 2026. This isn't merely a policy shift. It's a revolution in how technology intersects with taxation. The era of tax collectors chasing defaulters is over. Technology is reshaping the landscape, ensuring that every Nigerian is part of the tax net. This episode aims to enlighten you about the technology involved, examining both its benefits and challenges. To understand how far we've come and the technical details of the new tax system, let's watch this brief video.
Gone are the days when tax collectors roamed the streets, knocking on doors and demanding payments. The history of taxation in Nigeria traces back to colonial times, when tax was often imposed without local consent, leading to widespread resentment and resistance. Tax collectors were seen as agents of colonial authority, armed with ledgers and receipt books, chasing down individuals who often hid or ran to avoid payment. Fast forward to today, and Nigeria is undergoing a technological revolution that is reshaping tax compliance, making it more efficient, transparent, and accessible. With the introduction of electronic filing and payment systems like TaxPro Max, eTax, and the OGRES portal, taxpayers can now submit returns online, significantly reducing human error and streamlining the process. This shift allows for a direct upload of returns to tax authorities, enhancing accuracy and efficiency. Integrated tax information systems have emerged, offering a centralized platform for managing taxpayer data. This holistic view enables effective monitoring and enforcement, ensuring that everyone contributes fairly to national development. As a result of these advancements, voluntary compliance has increased while administrative costs have decreased, leading to greater revenue generation for the government. Mobile applications and SMS services keep citizens informed with timely reminders, further simplifying tax management. The introduction of digital tax identification numbers helps in uniquely identifying taxpayers, improving record accuracy, and facilitating compliance. Online taxpayer portals empower individuals and businesses to track their filings and monitor their compliance status, reducing the burden on tax offices. Digital platforms, including social media, play a vital role in educating taxpayers about their obligations, enhancing awareness through webinars and circulars. While these developments mark significant progress, challenges like infrastructure limitations and cybersecurity concerns must be addressed. Ensuring that technology adoption is inclusive and accessible is crucial for all taxpayers. As Nigeria moves forward, the era of door-to-door tax collection is truly over. With technology leading the way, the nation is building a stronger and more transparent tax system that benefits everyone. This transformation not only simplifies compliance, but also fosters a culture of accountability and equity, paving the way for a brighter future.
The new tax regime in Nigeria introduces a progressive system designed to make taxation more equitable. The real innovation lies in how technology will drive this transformation, fostering compliance, integrity, and accountability. Joining us to explore the intricacies of this technology is a tech expert, Cindy Shonton. Cindy is a senior product designer with expertise in fintech, edtech, and SaaS. SaaS, otherwise known as software as a service, is a cloud computing model where providers deliver application software to clients while managing the necessary physical and software resources. With a focus on systems thinking and AI-driven user experiences, Cindy has developed impactful solutions across 11 countries. She's here to share her insights on the new tax system and the technologies involved. Thank you very much, Cindy, for joining us.
I'm so glad to be
In my
here.
intro, I tried to describe you, but I think you need to tell us a little bit of your background. How did you get to tech, and how has it been?
All right, so my journey into tech wasn't a linear direction, and it wasn't like a grand plan that I had. I have a background in pure sciences. I have a undergraduate in biochemistry, right? But while I was in school and up until now, what has always intrigued me and interested me about technology has been about systems. Just how people are able to interact with systems, how systems is also able to interact with people, and even how systems is able to positively or negatively, impact the lives of everyday people. So early in my career as a product designer, I worked in a very, very fast-paced environment, and I worked as a solo designer, like the only designer on the team. And that experience led me into even publishing a book called Solo Designer Survival Kit, which is to help solo designers on a team to thrive in that kind of environment. And now I work across different industries, fintech, edtech, food tech, in several countries as well. But my interest has always remained the same, which is system thinking. I've always been about not creating a system or a product that is just functional, but like a product is usable, is trustworthy, right, to every user, millions of users around the world.
Can you explain, because I talked about SaaS, the software as
a service.
A service.
Yes.
Can you explain that?
So software as a service is pretty much, a software, providing services, right? So if, for example, a platform whereby the platform is providing the service to other businesses. So that's just like the surface level of what SaaS, software as a service, is.
Because you're the most applicable person to discuss what we're discussing today.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about the new tax regime in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And that's a system. A
Yes.
system that is run by software.
Yes.
So let me get your own idea, or what is your own observation, or what do you think about the new tax system?
All right. One thing that it's interesting about, the system is just how we're now moving from, manual into technology. Now everything is becoming digitalized. It is now a shift from, technology-enabled governance, GovTech, right? And there are two key important things that I would say that drives this is, number one, the positive one is the opportunity, right? And the second one is the risk. So what do I mean by opportunities? So for a tax system that is being digitalized, the opportunity here is that the system will be more structured, right? The system will be more clear. There will be clarity. It will be more, usable, right? But now the risk here is that you'll be thinking, is this system, or can users understand this system? Can users trust this system, right? And if this part fails, it means that adoption of the system will definitely reduce, right? And so my take on this would be that for the success of any platform, right, any new system, is that it addresses this problem to be able to ensure that the system is not just punitive, but that it is easy to use, it is explainable, even across all users, because everyone doesn't have the same digital literacy levels, right? So the system should be able to satisfy all users across all levels. So that's what I would say.
As a product designer,
Yeah.
what do you think that you mentioned some challenges?
Yeah.
As a product designer, if you're meant to design this kind of product,
Yeah.
what will you put into consideration first?
To ensure that the system is not, acting, on its own ideology or his own, self or his own actions. You have to ensure that that system is explainable. So explainability. So what I mean by this
Explainable,
is,
okay.
Yeah, so what I mean by this is when a system acts, so for example, a certain amount of money has been removed from your account. The system doesn't just say, we have removed so amount of money from your account without explaining why it was removed and why it was removed. So it has to explain that this amount was removed because of this, and highlight it to be transparent for the user to understand. Because when a user understands why a system is taking action, the user is able to trust it, right? He's able to trust the judgment. And so if a system is acting, right, the user won't feel that, they're taking an action that is unfair to them. So if I'm to design a system like this, there will be explainability. There will also be actions whereby a user, a human being, can review what the system is, taking action upon. So if the system is taking an action, it would say that, oh, I want to take this action. Do you confirm, or do you want to decline this request? And then a human can come in to say confirm or decline. So that is not giving. It's important that you don't give a system or technology full access to take key decisions, because this is a sensitive issue. So it's important that the system is explainable, ensure that a human being, right, is reviewing the actions that is about to take, to ensure that the system is not just making decisions without the input of a human being.
Okay, and when you say system now, that's the artificial intelligence.
Yes.
Okay, let's break down the technology behind these things, because I know there should be blockchain, there should be data analytics.
Yes.
And can you build it up? There should be AI also.
Yes. So for data analytics, the reason why I really love data analytics is because data is everything, right? With data, you can make key decisions, you can make informed decisions, right? And data analytics moves system from being reactive, and it moves it into data-informed decisions. So with data analytics, maybe the organization can take that data, right, and make key decisions on how the system can be better, or can properly serve the people that is meant to serve. And if we're talking about AI, the challenge I have with AI is the over-automation, right, that I mentioned earlier. Over-automation, giving AI the access to do whatever it likes without the input of users. So if an AI is being trained, the cons of that could be that it is being trained with little or not enough data, right? That's where data comes in, the data analytics. So if an AI is being trained with incomplete data or unbalanced data, there would definitely be bias, right? So if an AI or a system powered by AI is making decisions, it will make the right decision, right? Until that's why a human is there, because AI is technology. It can make mistakes. Even in ChatGPT, you see ChatGPT is capable of making mistakes, right? So it's important that we have a human being there to ensure that, give control to the human, not give it to AI or give it to artificial intelligence. So things like putting in structures to say that as this system is powered by AI, it should not be able to deduct money unjustly from people's accounts, or it should not be able to perform certain decisions without someone in the back end to authorize it.
Okay, because when you have the APIs, I thought the KPIs now should do much of this job, because the key performance index, I think that's the KPIs should do what you're talking about here now. Not really.
Yeah, I don't think the KPIs are enough as much as data themselves, right? KPIs are just, maybe pointers, right? But the data are, they are more richer, right? They have more information compared to the KPIs.
And when you talk about data in Nigeria, we have issues with data.
Yes.
So how are we going to walk? How are we going to walk around this?
Well, I think it would have to be collaboration. There has to be collaboration here, right? One organization might not have all the data, right, needed to perform certain actions. And this is where having strong KPIs come in, right? KPIs pretty much just ensure like a smooth and secured communication between different systems. So businesses, government, agencies, right? So when you have stronger KPIs, right, that is, collaborator or joining all of these systems together, I think that will be able to give enough data for whatever thing that we want to do, yes.
Do you think people, the less savvy, the less tech savvy people, are they going to receive this like the way you and I are going to receive this?
This is quite interesting. Yes, I would say yes. And the reason why I would say yes is only if the system is designed in a way that satisfies all users across board, right? Everyone has different levels of digital literacy. Everyone has different levels of access. They have different levels of trust in institutions, right? So it's important that the system that is being built for this situation here, you know, satisfies all users across all digital literacy, all digital levels, right? So the system should be explainable. You should have support, offline support. So if someone is having a challenge with something, they can always chat, you know, with somebody. Maybe there's like a support button for them to reach out. Those are ways that you can help.
Like the CRMs?
Yes. So you can chat up with maybe an account manager or maybe like a salesperson. I really don't know, but you can chat up with them to, you know, get support for whatever challenge that you're encountering. Even user onboarding, having user onboarding would help them. So having a structured user onboarding should not be an afterthought. It should be designed for. So beginning, you have your dashboard. What does it say? How do people move from this page
level to the other level?
It has to be properly explained. So if the system is very explainable, it's easy to use, you know, you have your offline support, you have community support, you have, you know, guidance, right, even from the dashboard. I feel like it won't be a challenge.
And when you talk about guidance, really, because all these shouldn't be in English.
Yes.
Because it has to be in the indigenous languages too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because no, I'm telling you, because an uneducated Yoruba man wants to be addressed or communicate in Yoruba. That's doable, right?
Well, that would be interesting. To be interesting to see, you know, I mean, definitely, I think that would be very possible. We have several platforms today that are being, you know, that are multilingual, right? You have platforms that are in English and also in Arabic, you have in French. So I think it would be possible to have, you know, the Nigerian tax system or the platform, you know, in the different Nigerian languages, right? But I think we also need to look at the sustainability of that. It would mean that, you know, for the hundreds of local languages, it means that we have to everything. We have to transcribe the system to be able to, you know, fit the set of people. But even while that is going on, having those supports would be helpful. So the supports can have people that speak those languages, people that speak multiple languages to, you know, be on the line to support people like that. So they can always reach out and then call, and then they give them like a walkthrough on how to go around it.
And let's talk about privacy and security. Because real time, that sometimes you need to see these things, transactions go out real time. Do you think when you talk about the security, the cyber security part of it, do you think all this information are going to be safe?
So yes, I feel like it's going to be safe. And I'm only saying this because my belief is in having a very strong design team that backs it up. Because for every technology to be trustworthy to users, it has to be designed to be trustworthy, right? So, so for example, like I mentioned earlier, you have a system trying to deduct an amount from your, you know, from your account balance. It has to explicitly say why it is performing that action. And also there needs to be some restrictions, right? The system should not be able to perform certain actions. That is where the security comes in. And also having, you know, very little micro copies, like, you know, your data is safe, it is secure, you don't need to be worried about this. So having those kind of micro copies on maybe different pages, different key pages, sensitive pages on the system itself would ensure that users are safe, they feel safe, they feel they can trust the system not to, you know, act impulsively or act without, you know, with bias on their accounts or their monies.
Like a form of advice for the companies, what do you think most of the organizations should be looking at in skills now to even teach or to educate their staff?
So I believe organizations now should not just have a one-off training about this. It should be a consistent training, and it should not just be a general training. It should be role specific, right? Different teams need to understand the role that they play, or that they need to, or the information that they need in that role that they occupy. And also, it is important that, you know, some soft skills like critical thinking is very important. Digital literacy is also very important. Teams now should be, and it's not even about coding. It is not about coding or knowing how to code, but pretty much just how a system works, the automation, how it works, how to read the data on your dashboard, how to analyze the information or the, you know, graphs that you see on your dashboards. So companies should be, you know, have, you know, consistent training to ensure that the different departments, different teams in the organization are abreast of how to really understand this. Because when users, or when teams in organizations understand, you know, these things, when they understand it, they feel safe. They feel that they can trust it. So it's something that you understand, that you're able to trust. So it's an experience that there is, you know, concurrent or consistent training for teams and organizations.
Okay, it's year 2026.
Yes.
So what do you think the future of this technology in taxation? What do you, in the next 1 year, what do you think will happen?
Oh, that's great. I believe that in the next 1 year, we'd have smarter assistants, right? The systems will be smarter, right? We'll be able to make recommendations easily, but not recommendations without the input of a human, right? They'll be able to make recommendations easily. They'll be able to see, like foresee errors before it happens. They'll be able to resolve issues early on, right? And they'll be able to explain to users and give users, I think in the next 1 year, people will be more comfortable. They will be more comfortable in using systems like this. Technology would have improved, and systems will also improve as technology improves as well.
Okay, as we round up, let's quickly talk about you yourself. Where do you find yourself? What are your plans for 2026?
My plans?
Your plans,
what do you mean my plans?
Your tech plans.
My tech plans. So in 2026, do you mean in tax or generally?
Generally.
Generally. Okay.
Talking about you.
Okay. My tech plans in 2026 is to reach more people, really. I love to teach. I love to educate people. I love to speak. I love to talk. I mentor right now. I'm mentoring a group of women. So some of my goals in tech is actually to do more of that, right? So I think that's just it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Cindy, for joining us.
Mr. Dapo.
Gone were those days when tax collectors used to chase Nigerians around to collect their taxes. With the new Nigerian tax law, Nigerians will witness a major transformation in tax compliance. Manual and inconsistent methods will become obsolete as technology leads the way, making compliance smarter and more efficient. Key technologies involved are tax compliance software, electronic payment systems, document managing systems, data analytics tools, blockchain technology, artificial intelligence, customer relationship management, that's CRM systems. It is a conglomerate of technology. And now to the essentials you need to know. Firstly, you need to familiarize yourself with the consolidated tax laws to grasp your obligation. Essentially, you will need to get your tax identification number, also known as TIN. This essential number is your key to accurate income reporting. Also, have it at the back of your mind that technology is tracking and calculating your income in real time, ensuring transparency. Note, properly label all transactions for smooth auditing and verification. Keep transactions and expenses in digital format to streamline assessments. Mind you, your financial activities are constantly monitored to ensure adherence to regulations. Say goodbye to paper clutter. Electronic systems facilitate faster submissions. Investing in compliance solutions will help automate calculations and filings, thus minimizing errors and improving efficiency. There is a need to train your finance and accounting staff on new tax laws and tools. Lastly, stay informed with automated notifications for deadlines and compliance requirements. By embracing these technologies and staying informed, individuals and businesses will confidently navigate the new Nigerian tax law, thus ensuring compliance. The future of tax is unfolding, and you must be ready to embrace it tech-wise. Today's burning question cuts to the heart of the new tax landscape we discussed. How do you feel about the integration of technology in tax collection? Share your thoughts, observations, and reservations. This is a crucial conversation. Share your thoughts with us at www.technyFire.net or Dapo Aruwajoye at technyfire.net or via our social media platforms, and also WhatsApp 08163595054. And that's a wrap on our show. I hope you have a clearer understanding of the technologies transforming taxation. With these innovations, evading tax payments will be more challenging. So let's stay compliant and work together to make Nigeria a better place. Until next time, keep that tech spark alive and have an exciting tech-filled 2026. I am Dapo Aruwajoye, the TechnyFire, signing off for now. See you next time on TechnyFire.